Hello. An unconventional video this afternoon. I've got my little baby fast asleep, but I've got something on my mind that I'd like to share with you, and hopefully he'll stay asleep throughout it. Or he'll wake up and start waving. Anyway, so today I want to talk about something that happens to me an awful lot, and today it almost happened again, and I realised what was going on, and I could stop it. So what happens that's happened for me for years is a feeling of overwhelmment, and I'm sure that many of you mums and dads have felt overwhelmed, and maybe it's a feeling you feel quite often. So what happened? I was out this morning with one of my teenage daughters, and I came back and I was in a great mood, felt full of energy. Decided I got some ingredients for a soup while we were out, and I thought, oh, I'll make a soup. Why not? Got everything out. Normally, my 13-year-old is being trained by my 15-year-old to do some cooking, but I thought, I'd like to do this myself. I really quite enjoy cooking if I've got the time. And then I thought, I can clean in the kitchen as well while it's cooking, and other things I wanted to do. I could sort through some paperwork, and then I could fit. And then the baby was in the kitchen sink. He was playing with the water, which was great until he turned the swivel tap onto the windowsill, and all the water started to drip down into all the drawers. So I had to dry all the drawers out, and I could start to feel that old familiar feeling of that anxiety and sense of overwhelmment. And then I realised, look, Joanne, you're going to have to delegate. And no, you actually would like to do these things. If you have the time, and one day you will again. But right now you need to delegate. And actually, it's not going to do these children any harm to do some jobs around the house. And in fact, all the research shows that kids who help around the house are happier, more successful, much more able when they leave home. And this is obvious, really, but we don't really need research to show us that. But it's nice to have some backing. So I realised that my job there was to get all the ingredients out for the soup, just give a little bit of instruction, to clean up the drawers. That was really important, and then to get my another daughter whose job it is at the moment to wash up, to call her in. Although I quite like cleaning the kitchen, I knew that actually I had too much to do. I had a little baby who was sopping wet through, and other things that I could be getting on with, things that they couldn't do, for example, like paperwork. And I would get him in the bath. I had some phone calls to make, some research to do on the internet, and that was only they were the things that only I could do. So my encouragement for you today is delegate. And one tip that I read years ago, and it's been really helpful, is choose the youngest person who can do a job to do it. Otherwise, it often falls on the most of the most amenable child, the one who's most willing to say yes, or the oldest child. Often the oldest children can get a bit overwhelmed with jobs when actually the little ones don't do that much. So if the little ones can do it, let them do it. So I've got a 5-year-old who helps her autistic 10-year-old brother, who's 11 now, just turned 11, to empty the dishwasher. And actually, I'm thinking I could do with getting my 11-year-old to do a little bit more around the house. He's more than capable. So that's it for today. Delegate, delegate.